And a lot of fire and venom between Akira Corassani and Dustin Poirier. Huge opportunity for Corassani as he tries to break into the top 10 here tonight against the established contender. Initially remembered for his polarizing run on season 14 of The Ultimate Fighter, Akira Corassani has since created a different impression for himself. That of a legitimate threat in the featherweight division, with a 3-0 UFC record following his stint on the show. Meantime, moving ever closer to a shot at the featherweight title, Louisiana native Dustin Poirier is getting sharper with each win, evident in his victories over Eric Koch and Diego Brandao. That type of improvement could be a bad omen for Corassani, but the New York-based Swede has every confidence that he will be the better fighter here tonight. Akira Corassani squares off against Dustin the Diamond Poirier. Good to have you with us. It's UFC Fight Night. This is Fox Sports 1. Well, the UFC's featherweight division has never been stronger. We get to the tail of the tape for this one. Dustin Poirier still just 25, taking on the 31-year-old Akira Corassani. 1 inch the difference in height, but something to watch. A 5-inch reach advantage for the Louisiana native Dustin the Diamond Poirier. To get us started with the introductions, here's Bruce Buffer.
Mesdames, Messieurs, bonjour, Quebec! From Quebec City, Quebec, Canada, for UFC Fight Night. And now, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC featherweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, an Akira fighter holding a professional record, 14 wins, 4 losses. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in at 145 pounds. Fighting out of New York, USA, by way of Lund, Sweden, Akira Corassani. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record, 15 wins, 3 losses. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 145 pounds. Fighting out of Coconut Creek, Florida, by way of Lafayette, Louisiana, USA, Dustin the Diamond Poirier. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Dan Mergliata.
So Dan Mergliata draws the opening assignment here on the main card. Chrissy Blair to get us going in round 1 of a possible 3 in the UFC's featherweight division. Dustin Poirier against the 6-1 underdog Akira Corassani. And you know, you don't always get options when picking fights in the UFC. Akira Corassani circumstantially was presented with 3, and he chose the only guy in the top 10. It was Dustin Poirier. Can completely change the complexion of his UFC career if he can spring the upset here tonight.
Yeah, you gotta love that. You know, a lot of fighters would choose the path of least resistance. Not the case for Akira Corassani. He's going big game hunting in Dustin Poirier, and the same goes for Poirier. He didn't have to take this fight either. I mean, he could have waited and, you know, waited for the higher ranked guys, but no, he wants the challenge as well.
Corassani bringing in some southpaws to help prepare for Dustin Poirier here tonight.
Corassani's been looking for that overhand right early and often. And that's the shot you got to watch out for as a southpaw.
Poirier just 25 years old as he snaps off the jab there. And already with 7 UFC wins to his credit.
Yeah, that was a nice little combination on the inside from Poirier. Corassani clinches up here, up against the cage. Nice turn from Poirier.
The jab is there for Poirier.
Yeah, Poirier needs to stay patient. Beautiful jab there from Poirier.
So the straight left and the jab have been there early on here for Dustin Poirier. Corassani winding up on the right hand. He lands with the left. Oh!
He's getting too impatient there. He's walking into stuff. Corassani's got some power, and
Yeah,
he's hurting Poirier
the straight
here.
right, yeah. So Corassani getting confident here in the early going.
Poirier is still hurt, John. Corassani has hurt Poirier a few times. I'm not sure he's fully there right now.
Nice spinning kick there, but just dust the right arm of Dustin Poirier. You know, sometimes when you have a step up in the level of competition, it can bring out the best in fighters, and a couple minutes into this one, it is bringing out the best in Akira Corassani.
Yeah, and what's the motivation like for Poirier? Did he come out too lackadaisical here against Corassani?
Poirier still landing at a pretty decent clip in his own right here through 3 minutes. Corassani mixing it up nicely, going to the body and then upstairs, and he lands another right up top.
Corassani showing some beautiful footwork here, circling away from that power. He's circling to the proper side. He's been lining up, and look at this. Switching the stance from Poirier. He landed a beautiful left hand against Corassani that backed him up.
And these guys are officially going at it now. 90 seconds to go in the first round. And Poirier really starting to improve upon the accuracy now. Oh, the uppercut just misses. And they're slugging it out.
Beautiful trade there from both men. Corassani landed a big right.
The chins of both men holding up well as we hit the 1 minute mark in what has been an entertaining first round of this one.
I like what Poirier's doing. He's cutting off the cage. He's switching his stances. He's going from southpaw into righty, and it's lining up his right hand now. The best submission in the arsenal of Dustin Poirier is his Darce choke, and he's setting it up right now. Corassani's starting to counter it already. Already aware of the positioning of Poirier. Could he switch it into a Peruvian necktie? Here he is. Corassani's in big time trouble with 30 seconds to go in the first. He could go out.
Haven't seen a lot of these completed in the UFC.
Man, Corassani's in big trouble here. Poirier needs to put pressure with that right leg. He's kicking it up to the sky. He needs to put it down.
And now Corassani gets out.
Wow, Corassani's out of it, lands a big knee, and he's bleeding.
So Corassani has been opened up, and Poirier continues to land. So that first round, a tough act to follow. The message in the corner of Dustin Poirier was, let's get one takedown. Put him against the cage, try to get one takedown, and maybe alter the landscape of this one a little bit. But Corassani hanging tough against one of the better featherweights on the planet in Dustin Poirier.
Yeah, Poirier is excellent on the mat, and you'd think he'd have the advantage on the feet with his range, but Corassani's footwork and feints and combinations have been working extremely well for him. Poirier almost had him with a couple of beautiful submissions.
Oh, big uppercut there for Poirier. Oh, Corassani's in a world of pain here. This one might be done. Dustin Poirier, another finish.
Poirier's pressure. This kid gets stronger as the fight goes on. He started to set up his combinations. It looked like it was an uppercut that really hurt Akira Corassani. These guys picked up where they left off in the first. Beautiful uppercut from Poirier. Look at the switching of the stances up against the cage. That's beautiful stuff. Lovely uppercut there. And he switches the stance, which cuts off the cage. Not a lot of fighters doing that. That is beautiful from Dustin Poirier. Those are the little things that you can only appreciate in those replays.
Well, you know, Dustin Poirier doesn't discriminate when it comes to finishing fights. We'll get to the official decision and talk to Poirier after this. All right, back inside the Wild Arena here in Quebec City. It's UFC Fight Night. Bisping versus Kennedy on Fox Sports 1. All right, we go inside the octagon for the official decision. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Mergliano's called a stop to this contest at 42 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by TKO, Dustin the Diamond Poirier. All right, I'm here with your winner. He is Dustin Poirier. A lot of mutual respect, of course, between you and Akira Corassani. Congratulations with that win. You now hold the record for the most wins in UFC featherweight history with 8. Interesting fight there in the first round, at least. He appeared to touch you a few times, but you got him in the second. How hurt were you in that opening stanza?
I'm not sure what he hit me with, but he hit me with something, and I was definitely hurt pretty bad. I heard his corners yelling, he's hurt, and I just tried to have my best poker face, you know. I thought he was going to try to come in for the kill. I was going to load up my left elbow, but he didn't press too hard, and I recovered pretty quickly.
You certainly did, and the second round was all you. We're going to have you take us through the finishing sequence, if you would. The uppercut set up the fight-ending combination.
Yeah, you know, I'm watching it right now. Cross, step into the uppercut. It looks like it landed right on his nose. I know he just had nose surgery, and he just told me just now, he said, you broke my nose with the uppercut. So you can tell he wasn't really that rocked from the uppercut, but he felt the pain, I guess. He knew his nose was broke. He goes down, and I do my job, man.
So a lot of the guys in the top 10 were tied up. You're ranked 6th in the world. You accept this fight. What was your mentality coming in that perhaps you had more to lose than gain in this spot?
You know, man, I say it till I'm blue in the face. I'm not here to pick fights. My job is to fight. When these guys tell me who I'm fighting, I lace up my gloves and I go to work. You know, I'm a fighter, man, and I got a lot of fights ahead of me, and my better fights are still ahead of me, and I'm getting better, and I'm having a blast, man. That was fun. That first round was fun.
Scary to think how good you can be. 25 years old, already 8 wins in the UFC, and few bigger than that one here tonight. No doubt bigger fights await. Congratulations on a huge performance here tonight. Your winner, Dustin the Diamond Poirier.